Welcome to Channel's Business Global with me, Juliana Olayinka, from our studios here in London. Coming up on today's show, GITEX Global 2024 has just wrapped at the Dubai World Trade Center. The spectacular gathering has been a monumental event for technology and innovation, drawing significant attention for its focus on artificial technology, cybersecurity, and global tech collaboration. Throughout this week's show, we'll be bringing you the latest highlights, including key insights into AI's future economic impact and Dubai's growing role as a tech innovation hub. Also, Nigerian delegates shared their vision and preparations for hosting GITEX Nigeria 2025. The event aims to bring global investors to Nigeria through the Tech Expo, exploring opportunities within the country's burgeoning startup ecosystem. We'll delve into how Nigeria plans to leverage this event to secure capital for its growing startups. Then later, in a visionary showcase, Xpeng Aero's flying car demo is stealing the spotlight at GITEX, exploring the future of traffic-free societies and revolutionary AI-driven transport solutions. We'll take you through this fascinating innovation and how it fits into Dubai's ambitious 2030 goals. But first, let's begin with an overview of GITEX Global's 2024's biggest headlines. Dubbed the world's largest tech event, the showcase saw over 6,500 exhibitors from more than 180 countries this year, with a theme centered on global collaboration to forge a future AI economy. AI Everything, a major segment of the event, highlighted cutting-edge AI technologies across industries like finance, healthcare, and education, positioning Dubai as a leader in the global AI development. Government officials, industry leaders, and tech innovators are all part of this extraordinary showcase of talent and vision.
So when it comes to training, we train Nigerian graduates and also those who have interest in tech on how to build solutions for local problems in the area of AI and robotics. And that is something they do for 12 months before we are able to certify their skills. But we also support organizations to solve their problems, in the area of tech solutions. For instance, farmers who have the problem of insecurity and also the need to irrigate their farms over the year, we have been able to build solutions for them in tech, in IoT-based solutions for their farming and also for tracking their cattle and, in fact, poultry temperature as well. So let me talk about the cattle one, for instance. The cattle tracking is this. There's going to be a device, one on a cow, and that device is able to tell how active the cow is, the geographical location of the cow, and also shock the cow a bit when it goes outside a geofence, which will be set up by the company. Now, what this means is that you can leave a cow to stray across the country, but it has its limited zones it can be in. When it strays into the wrong zone, it receives a bit of an electric shock. Then it comes back to line. So that way, we believe that cows can move alongside with the farms and still not stray into the farms. So that's a solution anyway, one solution. Then the second problem for most crop farmers in Nigeria is insecurity. How can they somehow scan their plantation, their wide environment, to be sure there are no marauders approaching? So with the use of drones that we develop at RAIN, we can build that solution for them. Only that the challenge is the problem of licensing to use a drone. You need a government license. Now, we are beginning to, from my interactions here at the Tech Expo, I've been able to realize that RAIN should be a place to go to get your licensing solved for you. So that means we will try to be the middle person between the community and the government to help people achieve that.
We bring solutions across various parts of the economy. From the farmer's end, the farmer enjoys better return on investments. The farmer enjoys access to market and is able to plan their planting with the solution we bring. On the consumer's end, we reduce the food inflation. We ensure that they are having access to freshly sourced food items. And of course, the consumer enjoys convenience. So on those two ends, we are providing solutions. And of course, the people who we employ get to enjoy good returns in earning a living for themselves. We have provided solutions to over 2,500 consumers. We're currently bootstrapping. We started in the year 2021. There's been more and more reception towards it. People are beginning, because everybody's getting busier by the day. and they're looking for great sourcing platforms to be able to source food for their families. And so if a company like My Food Angels bridges that gap between the busy people and access to markets. The world is beginning to expand. Everybody's beginning to appreciate technology more. In fact, Nigeria is catching on, right? We're here at GITEX because for this year, it's really focused on AI. And here at GITEX, we're looking at how to bring up the solutions we're putting in AI. Now, for us, AI for us is what we're bringing in. The solution we're bringing in is for meal planning, meal recommendations for those who do not have, who would like to plan their meals. And imagine a world where you are able to get your food recommendations on an app, and it's just with the available resources that you have, right? I have carrots, I have tomatoes. Recommend for me what to cook, right? My Food Angels bringing those kind of solutions and much more in the sector. So we're here to showcase that to the world and see how we can partner with investors to bring that solution to life.
For more on GITEX Global 2024, we caught up with some of the key figures shaping discussions at the event, including Vice President of Etisalat, Min Kwan Kyu, who spoke to us about the groundbreaking Xpeng Aero flying car. The demo highlights Dubai's commitment to pioneering future mobility solutions as the city aims to lead global innovation in transportation technology.
This is our eVTOL flying car. It can take off vertically, and it can take off and landing vertically. This is our concept car. We will not mass produce this car in the near future, but in maybe at least 8 or to 10 years. We still have another flying car which will be mass produced in 1.5 years. We call it the modular flying car. The modular flying car will be separated in two parts. First is the ground module, and then another one is the air module. The two parts can combine and separate automatically. This modular flying car will be start the pre-sales at the end of this year. This car have two modes. First is the road drive modes. You can drive this car just like a very cool racing car. All the arms and propeller will be combined into the car automatically, and you will not see anything about the flying exteriors. And when you want to make the eVTOL take off and landing, you can open the arms and propeller and take off vertically.
Meanwhile, during a breakfast meeting hosted by the Nigerian government, delegates showcased their readiness to host GITEX Nigeria 2025. Senator Shuaib Afolabi Salisu, chairman of the Senate Committee on ICT, Dr. Vincent Olatunji, National Commissioner for the Nigerian Data Protection Commission, and Kashifu Unwa Abdullahi, DG of the National Information Technology Development Agency, discussed their preparations and the opportunities for attracting global investors to Nigeria's startup ecosystem. The goal is to secure capital and build momentum around the country's tech innovations, fueling economic growth.
We're here to participate in a global IT expo called GITEX to see products and solutions that could be of benefit to Nigerian states, Nigerian citizens. But more important is also we have come to strengthen the position of Nigeria in the global IT ecospace. And part of that process is that this program that we have come is a global program, GITEX. We want to create the Nigerian version of it. Because every year, in the last few editions of this program, Nigerian startups will come here, they will make presentations, and they will win awards, they will win grants, they will win support. And with that, we can only bring a few of them at a time. So what we're thinking, rather than take a few of them from Nigeria to come and participate in the global opportunities, why not to take the opportunities back to them at home? And that's the essence of the GITEX Nigeria that has been planned to come up sometimes in 2025.
So Nigeria, we have one of the most vibrant ecosystem in Africa. Today, Lagos ecosystem is valued at more than $11 billion US. So what GITEX is bringing to Nigeria is that network effect. So we are doing well as a country, we are doing well in Africa, but that is not enough because we can do well in the world as well. So GITEX is coming to create or to orchestrate our global presence. GITEX, they will have GITEX Nigeria, GITEX Europe, GITEX Asia, and GITEX Global in Dubai. So it will expose those global ecosystem to the Nigerian market, as well as giving the Nigerian ecosystem opportunity to showcase their talent in Europe, in Asia, and in the Middle East.
It's all about marketing our country, telling the whole world that things are changing in Nigeria. And Nigeria is ready for digital business. We know what Mr. President is doing in the area of job creation, economy, developing our economy, and inviting foreign direct investment in the country. We cannot get this without getting the confidence and trust of foreign investors that are coming to Nigeria. And that's where government has placed a lot of structures, laws, policies, and so on. And what we are trying to do here is to tell the whole world, tell our stories by ourselves. Nobody will come to your country to tell your story better than you. And if you saw the quality of attendance and participation of officials, both government and private sector organizations here to tell them what Nigeria is doing and what our president is doing, and that we are ready for business. We know that we are really serious back home. And more importantly, next year, GITEX Africa is going to Nigeria. That is all the other countries in Africa, they're coming to Nigeria to participate in GITEX. And it's like bringing the whole world too. So it's like telling them that yes, we are ready for digital business, and we are there. A lot is happening in the economy in the country.
My name is Jaya Bhatia. I'm the CEO and founder of Expert Hub Robotics. Well, we've been around for 30 years in UAE, and we have a company who sells the robot, rents the robot, hires the robot, trains the robot, maintains the robot. It's all about robots. We are actually having a showroom in Dubai World Trade Center, exactly where GITEX has been hosted. We are here year long, and what we do is we offer these amazing brand of, the whole range of robots for renting to the exhibitions and events. At the same time, we sell them to the region, which is Middle East and the North African and Asian regions. We help them to have the robots in their country, and we maintain it over there. Well, let's robot tell you what it does.
Hello, I am Expert Bot. Welcome to Expert Hub Robotics. Do you know I can manage over 300 jobs? I can be in promoter, sales floor assistant, customer care, presenter, cashier, security officer. I am fluent in English, Arabic, and 19 other languages. To talk to me, you may click on chat to find out about my company. For general questions, you may click on Chat GPT, or simply say hello when you see the speak indicator to surf my menu.
Okay, I have one of the robot which we are selling for the GITEX offers. In that one robot, you could have 107 softwares, and it can do that kind of work. For example, you want to use it for security in a mall, or you want to use it as a catalog of the mall or a help desk of a mall that can run 24/7. It can be used on the airports where you can help in 17 languages and tell people where are the boarding gates and where are the amenities and all of that. Schools, universities, and medical, all of that. And it only comes in about $4,000.
Welcome back to Channel's Business Global with me, Juliana Olayinka, from our studios here in London. As GITEX Global continues to dominate headlines, the event remains a platform for both the public and private sectors to collaborate on driving digital transformation. With the UAE's ambitious goals to be home to 30 startup unicorns by 2030, the event is central to that vision, uniting tech entrepreneurs, investors, and developers. Events like Global Dev Slam and Xverse engage the coding community and empower the next generation of tech leaders.
I've been very blessed, very lucky in my life, because as a small child, I never thought I would design a Ferrari in my life, or a McLaren, or a Maserati. But it's a lot of hard work. Nobody can say that being creative is easy. You have to maybe be born with a creative mind, but you have to train it as well, and it's a lot of work to think outside the box. It's very difficult to create things that don't exist, because for most people they think you're crazy. Things that don't exist, this is not real, right? But it takes dreamers like me who are still children. Even when they're adults, they have to think like children, because for a child anything is possible. I think we don't have to be scared of robots, of AI. We don't have to be scared of future technology. We have to embrace it. I don't think human jobs will be lost. What we're actually going to do is create new jobs that don't exist today. So of course the normal human who hasn't studied technology, maybe they will stay behind. But a world full of people who are aware of technology, who are trained in technology, who can create, this is the world of the future. So it's actually potentially a much better world in the future. I'm very excited about potential new design schools in Africa, because you have the talent, you have the creativity, but you don't have the training to take those ingredients and make a really nice formula, soup out of it. You have ingredients, but how do you put the ingredients together? And that's what's lacking. So I would love to start creating education systems and promoting, future thinking in these types of countries. In Africa, in the UAE, of course, it's starting now. But in Africa especially, I think you have so much resources and talent. Now it has to come together in the type of education where people don't have to leave the country. It's very expensive to leave your country. It's I know from personal experience to leave your families and go away for 4 years to study. It's a sacrifice. If you can do that close to your home, you have the resources and you can stay in your own country and develop it, it's a win-win situation.
The Xang team has developed a cutting-edge ML tutor that I'm here to showcase.
Furat is a social robot that was developed by Furat Robotics. We're a Swedish-based company. Furat can speak 40 different languages. She can change her face to be a male or a female or a child. And we've been using Furat today in different applications such as education, where Furat has been a teacher assistant, providing help for the kids in a classroom. We have Furat as a medical screener, asking people about questions about their habits to detect early signs of different diseases. We've had Furat at airports, at train stations, providing information to passengers looking for the trains or the gates. You can build your own applications, or we call it skills. So the kids can be engaged from an early age, learning how to program, and then they will see the result on the robot. Or you can use Furat as a source of information in classrooms to offload the pressure of the teachers. If you have a big classroom but only one teacher, then Furat can step in and become an additional resource for the kids.
We make humanoid robots, the most advanced human-shaped robot in the world. And we're here at GITEX 2024 today with two of our robots. The one behind me is Sahar. Sahar is one of our Amica range of robots, designed as an artificial body for artificial intelligence technologies. So Amica today is showing off some drawing skills, but it can be interfaced to any sort of AI systems, large language models, and it becomes the input-output device for those systems. It's much more natural to talk to something that has a face like us, can recognize our facial expressions, can simulate our expressions as well. Whenever you talk to one of our Amica robots, it's aware of the context. It can see if you're happy, sad, or surprised, and it can use that information when it responds to you. And if Amica should be responding in a happy way, in a surprised way, its face will show the correct kind of expressions, coupled with human-like gestures and motions, which gives you a much more natural way of interacting and communicating than sitting in front of a computer with a keyboard and mouse. There are opportunities to use Amica robots in
in a front desk of a high-tech company. Great way of welcoming people into the building, managing appointments, giving them directions. Can be linked to any kind of calendar system as well. Oh, you're here to meet Mr. Akinsoji. He's on the second floor. He'll be ready for you in 10 minutes. Or a friendly face at a high-tech car sales outlet. So imagine you've got amazing, super high-tech electric cars. What better than a robot to talk to people about their capabilities, answer all the basic questions, answer the same questions over and over, but always with a smile on its face, never getting bored or tired. And then it can call in a human salesman. A human can jump into the loop, can also talk through the robot when it wants to finish a deal, or when you want a human touch to take over to interact with a customer. Whenever there's been any sort of revolution or new technology, going back to the Industrial Revolution even, people were scared that they'd lose their jobs. But what in fact happened is people's jobs were moved from being dull, dirty, repetitive and boring into other areas, programming, supporting, running the machines that were doing the dull, dangerous, dirty work. So I don't see any danger of robots taking our jobs, especially not one with a friendly face like Amica.
Hello, Naima. My name is Carl. Where are you from?
So what you see behind me right here is the competition vehicle of the Abu Dhabi Autonomous Racing League, right? We dubbed this car the EAV 24, or the Emirates Autonomous Vehicle 2024, which is the first year in which we launched our championship. So we started in April of this year to have our first race, where we invited teams from all around the world who are experts in the field of autonomous mobility, robotics, machine learning, and sensor fusion, to come together and use a unified platform, which is this exact vehicle right here, exactly the same for every single team, to launch their own code and prove how good they are at finding the compromise between risk and also understanding how to navigate at very high speeds in extreme conditions, right? Because these are race cars. The suspension isn't meant to soften the ride. It's meant to make it more, I'd say, grippy, more extreme. And sensor technology in its current version can suffer under these conditions. And the teams must be able to account for that. This platform is meant to make sports to a certain extent accessible, right? To become a race car driver on one of these platforms, the backing that you require alone just to make it close to that is immense. Now, if we can, let's say, take the driver out of the equation and have many drivers, 10, 15, 20, but they're all consistent of coders who work hard, you know, to become experts in their field and be able to achieve what it takes to make a car go around the track autonomously at high speeds, you know, we're opening up borders for absolutely anybody to access motorsport. Now, in the longer term future, the series should really become a source of inspiration for companies to work together with us, to work together with the teams in order to accelerate technology that will go onto the roads in order to increase road safety above everything, right? And also increase a certain level of acceptance towards tech and autonomous systems. Not that they're going to take away the role of the driver, but they're there to help more than anything else.
Well, sadly, that's all we have time for today. But as always, do get in touch with your comments and suggestions. I'll see you at the same time next week for more in-depth business analysis on Channel's Business Global. Goodbye.